really like where I live now. And basically, it's okay if it snows and I get 80 inches of snow. I don't really like hot weather. And that was going to be too much. And I'm at a point in my life where I want to settle down. I don't want to work 60 hours a week. Who feel like learning? And so avoidance really helps you sit and decorate your comfort zone because it makes you feel good. So you're not going to admit, oh, I'm avoiding this. I don't want to attack this fear. I'm avoiding it. So you wrap it up in a pretty package. You buy yourself something new. You change your hair. You might get a new outfit. You might buy a car. You might move to a different zip code in the same city, but you avoid what it is that you actually need to do and you decorate it really nicely. So, feeling of a loss of control. So I'm not going to do that because I don't know what's going to happen over there. See, over here in my comfort zone where it's very toxic and I just need to put a protective mask on and just breathe intermittently, but I know what's happening over here. So there's comfort in my fear. And then helplessness. I can't do it. I need so many resources and so many things. When I first started out, after I left working with my sister, I was by hook or by crook out here in these streets making it happen on a daily basis because I had been doing everything for her behind the scenes and now I had to be at the forefront. And I didn't have this helplessness situation happening at all. Well, I don't have money. I don't have resources. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. All these other people have already started. I'm too old. And I'm just going to sit here in my fear because that makes me feel better. I'm put my fear outfit on. I'm put my fear blanket on. I'm just cozy up in my little fear chair and just act like everything is okay. And then powerlessness. Who's going to listen to me? Good morning, Darnetta. Who's going to listen to me because I don't have enough power? I'm not in a position of authority. Little old me, I'm just an administrative assistant. I'm just a manager in a small spot. I'm a secretary to go back in the day. I'm just one teacher at a school with 50 teachers, with 100 teachers. How is that going to happen for me? So you tell yourself all of these fearful things, and we know where that's happening at. That's happening right here in the temporal lobe and the amygdala where there's fight or flight. And so now you're just perpetuating fear. You may also experience physical symptoms, including rapid heartbeat, chest tightness, trembling, dizziness, lightheadedness, sweating, and digestive problems, all from fear. And remember, we talked about a couple of weeks ago that the amygdala doesn't know if it's real fear or not. The amygdala says, oh my goodness, there's a saber-tooth tiger coming. We got to go hide. We got to go seek shelter. But there is this thing called a false positive. And you have to ask yourself, is it really a saber-tooth tiger coming at me? Or do I just need to improve my technical competence? Do I just need to ask more questions? Do I just need to leave this insignificant other? What was before helplessness? A feeling of a loss of control. So your fear comes because you can't control it. So if you can't control it, then you're not going to do it. I got to be in complete control. And if you come from a family of addicts and alcoholics, you are always looking to control the situation because they always find a way to mess up that entire situation. They're going to muck it all the way up. So you want control. I want to be in control because here comes this addict and this alcoholic messing up everything. So you won't do anything that will not allow you to be in control. Okay, so how do you identify the fear of failure? You can be affected by the fear of failure in a variety of ways, which means it's not always easy to identify. So here are some of the ways that you might experience the fear of failure. Believing that you don't have the skills or knowledge to achieve something. Believing that you don't have the skills or knowledge to achieve something. Now, one of the 74 principles of real leadership is to be technically competent. So that means that if you become technically competent, this combats this I don't know. And I don't know is never the answer. So you have to ask. If you don't know, ask is one of the 74 principles of real leadership as well. So why wouldn't you have the skills or knowledge to achieve something? Because when it came time to learn it, you avoided it. You might have had a teacher, a trainer at a job, or you just decided, I'm not going to learn this because we come from a long line of dummies and we don't read. And they put it in the owner's manual and you didn't read it. And so now you can't do it. I mentioned this story. I also talk about it in my book when we went from ICS senior to junior when I worked in Sterling Heights and the senior employee couldn't grasp the information from the new system. And so we kept having manual overrides in a 55,000 square foot warehouse with over 300 line items, which is no bueno. That stops down. And when you got to send 92 routes out a day, everything has to be where it needs to be. So believing that you don't have the skills or